Hi, my name is Peter Lynch. Welcome to Student Loans 101, part of the MoneyWise series presented by Henssler Financial. Today, I'll give you some student loan tips, talk about the true cost of college, discuss loan consolidation and refinancing a loan, and show you how to pay off student loans and save for retirement. If you are not sure of something or have specific questions about your loans, ask your lender. You can also visit www.nslds.ed.gov. If some loans that aren't listed on the site, they are probably private, non-federal loans, and you may need to contact your school to locate those records. Most loans have grace periods. This is the time you have before you have to start making payments. For example, Stafford loans have 6 months. Perkin loans are 9 months. Federal Plus loans and private loans may depend on when they were issued. Review your paperwork and contact your lender to find out. Make sure you don't miss your first payment. Not paying can lead to delinquency and default. For federal loans, default kicks in after 9 months of non-payment. Ignoring student loans has serious consequences that can last a lifetime. The government can garnish your wages and seize your tax refunds if you default on a federal loan. For private loans, default can happen quicker and can put anyone who co-signed for your loan at risk as well. Talk to your lender right away if you're in danger of default. You can also find helpful information at studentloanborrowerassistance.org. Automatic payments ensure you never miss a payment, which means you waste no money on late fees. When you make a federal student loan payment, it covers any late fees first, then interest, and finally the principal. If you can afford to pay more than your required monthly payment every time or just now and then, you can lower your principal, which reduces the amount of interest you have to pay over the life of the loan. If you're considering paying off one or more of your loans ahead of schedule or trying to reduce the principal, start with the one that has the higher interest rate. If you have private loans, in addition to federal loans, start with your private loans, since they almost always have higher interest rates and lack the flexible repayment options and other protections of federal loans. Total student loan debt at graduation should be less than your expected annual starting salary, ideally a lot less. If student loan debt is less than the annual income, you should be able to repay your student loans in 10 years or less. According to a NerdWallet poll, overborrowing is a common regret among student loan recipients. 48% of undergrad student loan borrowers admitted they could have borrowed less and still paid for college. Undergrad borrowers who felt they overborrowed for college took on average $11,597 more than they needed. That averages to an additional $119 a month on a typical monthly repayment plan. Another part of the problem, many students intentionally borrow more than they need for tuition and other education expenses to cover lifestyle costs such as transportation, groceries, medical, or other personal supplies. In a 2016 survey from Student Loan Hero, 41.3% of respondents spent student loan funds on monthly bills, 14.9% used them for clothing, 12.8% for restaurants. There's a great quote, "Live like a student when you're in college, so you don't have to live like a student after you graduate." There are some loan forgiveness plans available. The two most popular are teacher loan forgiveness, for which you have to be a highly qualified teacher, meaning you have a bachelor's degree and have passed a state certification, and public service loan forgiveness, which covers some government organizations including federal, state, and local. Make sure your employer participates in these programs and don't assume it's automatic. There are also income-driven repayment plans that begin with an affordable payment and then the payment increases as your income increases. After the repayment period, your loan balance may be forgiven. You must contact your loan servicer to apply. Another topic is refinancing your loan. Some reasons to consolidate and refinance are your credit has improved and you might be able to get a better interest rate. Your income has grown. You can also just make additional payments if possible. You want to reset your payment terms. You should be mindful of loan fees. Also be aware that refinancing a federal loan can cause you to give up some benefits and consumer protections you may not have with a private lender. One question we get a lot is whether to pay off a student loan or save for retirement. The good answer is to do both. You don't want to sacrifice your retirement by waiting too long to start saving and lose the compounding of interest. It may take some budgeting, but it will pay off in the long run. I hope this has been a helpful primer on student loans. I'm Peter Lynch with Henssler Financial. Thanks for watching.
you.